Caden, how do you know so much being such a young pup? You're so much ahead of the game of everybody else.
It's a 2022
EcoBoost?
3.5, yep, Raptor.
Gotcha.
So the customer says he's experiencing a hard up and down shift in first and second while accelerating or slowing down, where he feels it's not as smooth as it should be.
This is Dave at Dave's Auto. Sorry about the mic.
No problem.
Hey, just real quick, I'm in the shop looking at your truck with my foreman Tyson, and I wanted to ask you a few questions. You had this at the dealer, they reflashed the computer, you got this uncomfortable shift going on, 1 and 2. I needed a little history on it.
So, no check engine light at all. I haven't had any service done on the transmission. Like I said, it just started to shift a little differently, like 1,000, 1,500 miles ago. So when I took it into dealer yesterday, and they just reflashed it with the whatever to clear the code.
Did you have a code?
They said there were lots of codes, but they didn't know what they were from or anything like that.
Okay.
So they're just like, well, let's.
So did they give you a record? They said there was lots of codes. Did they give you a record of what all those codes were? They should have?
They did not.
But you never had a check engine light on though?
No,
Okay.
sir.
All right, that's good. Okay, so thank you for that. You drove it 100 miles. Did it ever got any better, or did it start at,
No, it seemed like it was better. Seemed like it was better after they reflashed it. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of been intermittent before anyway, so like call it 30 to 50% of the time. Like there was like one shift that I kind of noticed yesterday, but other than that, it seems better.
Okay, here's kind of my thinking. I'll see if I have any additional soft codes in it. If it hasn't set a check engine light off yet, but let's see if they've got any of those codes that the dealer was saying, where there was a bunch of them in there. If it doesn't, my recommendation based on kind of what you've said to me would be to go ahead and do a transmission service on it, which would be drop the pan, replace the filter. It has an internal filter in that tranny, so you have to drop the oil pan to do it, replace the filter, and then do a complete fluid flush on it. At 67,000 miles, a service, it should be done at 50, 60 anyway. But and then that gives us a chance. I'd recommend we do a service, get the right clean fluid back in there, so it's got the right friction modifiers in the fluid, and then go from there. I don't want to start selling you a bunch of stuff, especially when a service is actually due on the tranny. So I'll have the service writer. I needed a little bit of that info. We'll continue to look at it, and I'll have the service writer call you with the quote on that tranny service if we don't find anything else.
No, that's fine. And then can you have him or whoever calls me, but just have them quote it for transfer case and
sure, I got you.
And
the front
differential.
Got you. Front and rear differentials in the transfer case for sure.
Yep. Okay.
In fact, I'll have them do an inspection on it and see what types of services are due at 60, so that you can get them all taken care of. But I got you. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Hey, thank you much.
Thank you.
They'll be in touch. Bye bye.
Yeah.
And then he said the downshift.
There's like the upshift and the downshift first.
Is light throttle.
Light throttle.
So you'll have to.
So I'll drive like a granny.
Yeah.
Granny gear.
There we go. I'll go on my granny mode. All right, dude, Tyson, you ready to go? We're gonna go.
Almost.
Now.
I got the desired up. Still trying to.
Mode. Here we go, man. We're gonna go. All right, we're going. You ready, right?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's go. Here we go. All right, we're going now. Whoa, not too fast. That felt pretty good. Let's try it again. It's Christmas Eve. We're allowed to be funny.
Oh, let me document
Just
this.
try it, just like
real quick. I have to take a picture
like
of
Grandpa
that.
did. Did you get the line pressure yet?
They just have commanded. I'm trying to see if they have a desired or if they have an actual on there to compare, or if it's where you have to hook up a gauge and compare.
Yeah. So it'll give you the command pressure, but it doesn't show you.
I'm trying to find it
actual-
here. There's pressure control solenoid PSI. It's a little different.
Has this thing got a dipstick on it? Training dipstick?
I have to see. It may not. Takes that ultra low viscosity fluid. And then he talked about the cold thing. Well, he just had it reflashed, and they could have changed it to where it wants it to warm up quicker, so it'll hold the gear longer to get it to warm up quicker. So that might be something else.
Well, here's what I say we do.
Maintenance first.
Let's do all the maintenance first.
We're going to recommend spark plugs based off mileage too.
Right,
so
right.
Might as well.
Let's just
Look
see.
what else.
It's 67,000 in direct injection, and the motor, you know, it's going to be, I don't know how much plugged up, but it's going to be a problem. So we got to get the engine running right and being right. But let's do that. And then I say, before we drop the pan and do the service, shouldn't be too difficult. Put a line pressure gauge in that, and then see if the desired in the line is the same.
Yeah, let me.
And just so you have that as part of the document.
You want that on the initial diag, or we'll do
Well, I
additional?
think maybe you could just add it in the thing. You know, you want it, you know, you should be paid time to do that. But
Okay.
but we need that data.
just to make sure.
Yeah, we can say, okay, the line pressure is this at this point. If it's not, then we'd
Yeah.
still want to proceed. If it's low, you might have a plug filter. If it's high,
Might have something else.
we'll see if we can do some programmers. Yeah. Okay. I'm turning this off.
All right.
Several days later.
All right, customer approved. I'm gonna do all the services for him. We got 4x4, transmission, and spark plugs. So we're just gonna get those out of the way. We're gonna test drive it once and then give it back to the customer, see if there's any difference that was made by that flush. We're dropping it right now.
Okay, let's check it out.
Okay.
I think we decided that we wanted to check. Tyson, did we get time to check line pressure on this? The pan gonna come down without
Yeah, I'm trying
giving
to make
giving yourself a bath?
Yep.
Nice.
Trying.
Gently. Fluid's kind of burnt, ain't it?
It's kind of dark, but this ULV fluid flashes. It has a flashing point where it turns a different color.
Caden, how do you know so much being such a young pup? You're so much ahead of the game of everybody else. Okay,
Thanks, Dave.
so first thing we want to look at, there's no metal in the pan, but although you can see a little bit of, see this sparkly stuff going on in here?
Clutch material.
This is clutch material. I can kind of, and then you'll see it kind of sparkle, see that? If I push on that, this is the metal. So there's some, see them, I'll push the metal over here on the magnet. So there is some, a little bit of wear in there, but nothing crazy. No, obviously no big pieces. That's, you know, nothing excessive that I see in here. This is the filter element. This is why, folks, don't do a tranny flush without replacing your filter, okay? I know a lot of oil change shops do that because they don't want to drop the pan, because this is a mechanical thing. You know, you could run the risk of having a leak. But flushing your transmission without replacing the filter is like doing your engine oil change without changing the oil filter. You would never do that. So don't do that on your trannies. Replace the internal filter. Yeah, let's get it changed out and clean the magnet off, and we don't have any bad news for the guy. That hopefully that'll take care of it. Cool.
We're gonna put in the new filter. Look how clean that is. The only problem with this is we can't go too much off of color, but more off of smell and material. Ultra low viscosity fluid. There's a lot of bulletins from the manufacturers saying that there's a flashing point. So during the service intervals, some people will say, oh, it's too dark, too not. You can't really go off of that because this does have a flashing point.
Okay.
So, but looking at the pan, there was no harsh material like Dave said. There's just a little bit of clutch material in it. So we're just gonna clean that all out, put it back together, flush the rest of it through the torque converter.
Sometimes you gotta be a chill guy and clean up. Look the mess this guy has. It's almost the same color as me.
Yeah. You didn't know this fluid flashes, huh? Brand new, it's red. During all the heat cycles, it will flash almost a darker red. This has the same lubricity properties, everything, just as a flashing point. Got a clean pan, gasket, and filter. Now we're going to install it to finish the service.
Very good.
Five minutes later.
Okay, ready? Oh, yeah. Okay, good. No mess. Yeah, trust me, I'm a doctor. Okay, we're done with all the services, everything underneath the car. Just gonna put on the beauty covers and under paneling. Gonna do the spark plugs up top and send this on its way.
Meanwhile,
Hey, it's the last day for our Jeep giveaway, the Gladiator. Supercharged, super nice. Happy New Year. Our giveaway ends tonight at midnight. You're gonna make a purchase, do it now. Some of the stuff you can get 25 times your points on it.